Hi there, this is Granny Fisher, and today I'm going to give you an update on our homestead, specifically focusing on uh, organic growing, gardening, and using some interesting methods that we've studied up on online and begun to implement. Okay, the first thing I'm going to introduce you to is Woodchip mulch. Now, I want you to look at this. I know it looks like a bunch of chopped up wood, but that's not all it is. If you look really closely, you'll see some little crawling things that are moving around in there. This is like black gold. See that? This is full of microbes and beneficial uh, life, beneficial animals. Some so small that you can't even see them. And I'm going to shovel this onto my garden. And we started using a heavy mulch after watching the video Back to Eden. And I'll put a link below this video to show you how to watch it. Well, this is what it looks like after you put the mulch on. The idea behind a thick mulch is primarily to keep moisture in the ground so that your plants will thrive even in dry times in the dead of summer. But there are many more benefits to it. One is the microbes and the little creatures you saw in the mulch when I was getting it out of the truck. Those are beneficial to the soil and beneficial to your plants. If you go to the refrigerator and all you eat is ice cubes, you're not going to get any nutrition. And a plant that's put in sterile soil will not get any nutrition. What it needs is that thriving, living medium that God created for plants to grow. And what we've got here is a row of pepper plants, tomato plants, and a couple of hills of squash. Here I've got some Kentucky Wonder beans, and this is the third year I've planted these beans. I've saved them every year from seed. And I'm not going to mulch these right now because I'm going to let them get a little more size on them before I put the mulch around them. And if you look real closely, you can see that middle row of beans coming up in my footprints. Boy, it's hot. The footprints that you saw in the bean patch are where I pressed down the seeds when I first planted them. And you can see that the seeds are coming up just fine. Well, there's an old saying that the farmer's footprints are the best fertilizer. And there's a parallel saying among people who raise animals that the eye of the shepherd fattens the flock. If you want to be successful raising animals or plants, anything really, children, you have to spend the time that it takes to make it flourish. And this could quite possibly be a very important year for growing things. I recommend that even if you've never had a garden before, or you've never raised any animals before, that this would be the year to try it. Try growing something. Try making your own food. Perhaps make sure you've got a source of water that's not dependent on electricity or city services. Try to be as self-reliant as you can and trust God for everything else. This is Granny Fisher, and I'll see you next time.